What's going on, guys? Mike Barlage back with another video today. And today we are going to be talking about some potential breaking NBA news. So, like most of you guys have heard, on June 1st, the NBA is going to release some news about teams opening back up for practices. And they're going to get the whole process going. From everything they release and stuff like that, it just seems like it's a matter of time till when the season opens, and we're kind of past the phase of it, like them shutting it down. It looks like the season is going to resume sometime in the near future. But in my opinion, I think they'll probably open up practices back up for like a month and then start the regular and then resume the season. But no one knows how the season is going to resume. And if you guys are fellow sports fans, you guys probably watch the show First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. Today, they actually had a segment of the show where Jay Williams hopped on, and he gave some potential breaking news that made Stephen A. Pretty upset. But what Jay Williams has said he has heard, and these are just rumors right now, nothing is confirmed, but the NBA could potentially, when the season resumes, do 10 games of a regular season, and then after those 10 games, potentially the 7th to 15th season, both conferences could enter a one game elimination round, basically. And whoever would win those matchups would get the 7th and 8th seeds. And this had Stephen A. Quite upset because it takes away from like the cultural integral part of like the NBA and like the playoffs and the seeding. And he was upset because like potentially like the Warriors, who are like have the worst record in the league, could potentially get into the playoffs. But on the flip side, for the entertainment and like for the fans, this would be much more entertaining, and it would probably generate more revenue. Because um, say if this did happen and the Warriors would have a shot at coming back. Now imagine if Klay Thompson and Steph Curry both return from injury, because they've had plenty of time to rest, and they could both potentially return. And if this is the way the NBA was structured when they came back, we could potentially see the Warriors in the playoffs with Steph and Klay and Draymond and everyone else they got. And what does that have to do with sports cards? Right now, a lot of people are in the mindset with basketball that they're going more in on the potential, like the cards of like the top players that are in playoff teams. So like Luka Doncic, LeBron, Jason Tatum. Like people are going for those guys because just like we don't know if like there will be a continuation of the regular season or if we're gonna go straight into the playoffs. No one knows, but it seems like there's going to be a playoffs and a finals to end the season, and that's why people are more gravitated toward those cards, and those cards are rising in price, while cards of like people that might not make the playoffs, like Zion and who else is someone else that might not make the playoffs? Like, all right, I don't have like anyone else for. Oh, Trae Young. Like Zion and Trae Young's teams, if the season were to come back, they probably wouldn't make the playoffs by normal rules. But if we entered something like this one game elimination round, they could potentially make the playoffs. And if they make the playoffs, those prices that are seemingly going down compared to like Lucas and LeBron's, which are going up, they could skyrocket just as high, and it would just it would be much more entertaining, much more money, much more hype. Probably more people would watch it, and it would just be crazy if that were to happen. And personally, from my fan perspective, like I would love to see that. And I understand where Stephen A was saying like you're gonna let like teams that were struggling from like the beginning of the season until March have a shot at making the playoff. I understand that, but at the end of the day, this is a business, and if they were to go that route, I couldn't blame them. And but what does that mean for you and I? It means we could potentially invest into a bunch of sports cards that right now are seemingly pretty low. For example, like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Trey Young. If they get a shot at making the playoffs, their cards are going to skyrocket. And right now, their cards aren't trending upwards as fast as, the top guys that are already well suited in their playoff spots, like Kawhi, LeBron, Luka. Like, those guys are making the playoffs for sure. But if these other guys can make it too, things will be crazy. And yeah, let me know what you guys would think. If the NBA were to do that, what are your thoughts on where their prices would go? Would you invest? Are you guys thinking about investing right now? I know personally I'm looking into getting some Stephs and Clays, because even if the NBA doesn't go that route, those guys are still legends, and once they come back from injury, their prices are going to go up. And right now they're like under the radar, so definitely some good buys to look out for if you can find any. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the video. Like and subscribe, comment down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.